I'm in my own zone, lost in my own zone. I'm trying to take it out the old zone. I can't be stuck up in my old zone.
What's good, y'all? Best checking in, Moodswingz Muzik. I wanted to make this this video kind of an explainer video, really, because you know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that we're tapped in with Web3 music. If you're new, welcome. But basically, I wanted to make this video because we got a new single coming out January 20th, Lost in My Own Zone. Yours truly, featuring the homie Mikey Moda MC and the homie The Great. Check it out. It's not just on streaming platforms. It's actually being made into a fractional NFT. We're releasing our music through NEWMusic, which is basically a new Web3 music ecosystem. And the way that it's going to work is the artist puts the music out, and then it's broken out into a fractionalized NFT. Basically, that means that the streaming royalties for that record can now be purchased by what they call a token holder, right? So the fractions are broken into 100 million tokens, and then you can buy bundles of those tokens, which represent percentages of the streaming rights to that song. So when the song is getting played on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, you get paid the percentage of ownership that you own. So a lot of people don't know how to do it, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know how it works. They don't know how to make the purchase. They don't know a lot about crypto. They don't know about blockchain. So I wanted to kind of break it down so that we could become a part of it. You know what I mean? Like the hip hop community, the hip hop culture is always last. You know what I mean? We always get marginalized, even though it's the wave, even though it's the most popular, you know, genre of music. Basically, hip hop is pop music. So now we got this new process, right? Now, instead of going to the traditional labels in the music industry, now you can go directly to your fans. You sell your music, the streaming rights, in this example, you sell the streaming rights to your fans, and they in turn pay you for those rights. So you're getting your advance up front, and then you're sharing the revenue on the back end. So it's a no-brainer. It's going to revolutionize the music industry. So basically that's the gist of it. So I'm gonna go into like some of the details on some of the advantages of why you'd want to do this, and you know, what's in it for you, what's in it for the artist, and what's in it for the fans, so we can get into it. The way it works, the way the fractionalization works is you're not owning the song, right? You're owning the streaming rights only. You're only owning a portion of the streaming rights. So the artist still owns the song, they own their masters, they own their publishing, right? But what they're giving away is, or what they're selling, I should say, is the streaming rights to their intellectual property, to the music. They're not selling the music, they're just selling the rights to claim the royalties, the streaming royalties for the music, okay? So you have all these different revenue streams that a song or a piece of music will generate. So as you can see, there's two sides, right? There's the composition side and there's the master recording side. But you see there's only that small section represents the actual streaming royalties. So that's the only thing that is being fractionalized in this whole picture, right? So the artist has still several ways that they could make money off of the record, whether they do sync licensing, whether they do live performances, whether they, you know what I mean? So I don't want people to get confused, like you're selling the actual rights or the ownership of the masters, and that's not what's going on. You upload your music, the music is then fractionalized into 100 million pieces that represents a fraction of the streaming royalties. Then as the artist, you determine, okay, how many of these bundles of streaming royalties do I want to sell? So I'll give you a simple example, right? You got the 100 million streaming tokens, right? And they're bundled into groups of streaming tokens. How you break that up is up to you as an artist. What we're gonna do with this record is do 100 bundles. So that's 100 million divided by 100. So there'll be 100 bundles that have 1 million stream tokens. Then you as the fan can purchase 1, 5, or 10 of those bundles, right? Each one of those bundles is that 100 million or that 1 million stream tokens represents 1% of the streaming ownership of the record. So if you buy one bundle, in this example, you're getting 1% of ownership of the Lost in My Own Zone record, the streaming royalties of that record. If you buy 5 bundles, then you got 5% of that streaming royalty. If you buy 10 bundles, so on and so forth, okay? So you as the fan, as the token holder, will now get that Spotify check, you know, that 5% or that 1% of that Spotify check when it comes in on that quarterly or, you know, every 6-month basis or however they currently pay out. Now, as the artist, you also get to determine, hey, what if I don't want to give 100% of this record away, right? Of the streaming royalties. You have full flexibility in that. So we got the bundles, right? We got the percentage of ownership. So then as the artist, it's just up to you to determine how much each one of those bundles is worth, like to you. Like if you're going to sell 100 bundles, how much is each bundle going to represent? Now, currently, this platform is a Web3 platform, so you're going to be buying and selling the bundles in the native currency, which is it's on the Cardano blockchain, so you'll be making all of these transactions in ADA. ADA is the native currency on the Cardano blockchain. So it's just like if I lived in Europe, I'm dealing with euros. If I'm dealing with America, I'm dealing with dollars. Same thing. All right, so now we got our bundles. We got the percentage of streaming rights ownership that we're giving away, and then we determine the price per bundle. Because we know at NEWM, we understand that most of the industry is not familiar with crypto and blockchain technology yet. That's the primary reason why we're still leveraging Web 2 in the current traditional music industry distribution process, right? Because that's where the people are, that's where people listen to music. So we're still distributing to those DSPs, but on the back end, on the collection part, that's where the magic happens, right? Because that all of those funds are funneled back to NEWM, and then NEWM automatically via the NFT will distribute the allocated percentages of streaming royalty rates. How do you make the purchase? Just like any native country currency, you have cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, probably heard about Ethereum, probably heard about, you know, some other ones as well. Cardano is one of the oldest blockchains, and it's also one of the most secure in means of security and transactions. It's never gone down. It's truly decentralized. You know what I mean? So you can look into some other blockchains and you can see that some of them have kind of a checkered past, or they're not truly decentralized, which means that just like Chase Bank or Wells Fargo, that's a centralized bank, right? Everybody goes there, they put their money in that bank. Nobody can see how much money's in your account. There's a CEO of the company, right? That's centralized banking. In crypto and the blockchain, it's decentralized, meaning that the companies or the projects are not owned by one person or one group of people. They're owned by the community. And those people make the decisions about how the money will be spent, what the direction of the company, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what crypto is based on. So Cardano is one of the most decentralized blockchains out there. It's been very carefully crafted. It's based on scientific papers. It's not like some of these other crypto blockchain projects out here that just got funding from a venture capitalist and set it up. All right, so now we're gonna get into the transaction piece. There are several Cardano wallets that you could choose. You got Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, right? Those are all digital wallets where you store money and you send and receive money. Crypto wallets are no different. The only difference fundamentally is that the transactions and the funds that are in that account are open source. They're for anybody to see. In the crypto wallets, anybody can see what's in there. So if you have a considerable amount, for example, you may want to take it out of that wallet and put it in somewhere that's more secure. You might want to move it to what they call a cold wallet, or a wallet that's not online. So that way somebody can't just easily peer in there and see how much you got. What you need to do the transaction is a crypto wallet, a Cardano wallet specifically. So there's a lot of choices out there, but personally at Moodswingz, we like Gero wallet, G-E-R-O. Got a really easy user interface. You can play your music NFTs in the wallet, and you can buy ADA in the wallet. That is like unheard of. Normally you got to go to what they call a decentralized exchange, right? Like a currency exchange like Coinbase, to actually change your fiat dollars for Cardano ADA. But in the Gero wallet, you can actually purchase the ADA right there with your credit card, and it's in your wallet. Now you got your ADA. So once you got ADA in your wallet, we ready to rock and roll. So now you can come to NEWM.io. You go to NEWM.io, or you go to abyss.NEWM.io if you want to get the Lost in My Own Zone record, or you can go to mers.NEWM.io if you're trying to get the Bigger Dreams record, produced by yours truly. Once you're there, it'll tell you to connect your wallet. You connect your wallet, you'll see that Gero wallet is one of the options. You select Gero wallet, you attach your wallet. Once your wallet is there, you click complete purchase, and boom, it's like magic. It automatically, the funds, you select the bundle package that you want, the funds will automatically go from your wallet to the NEWM wallet. The streaming tokens will then appear in your wallet. Give it a few minutes for the transaction to complete and refresh your wallet, and bam, you'll have, in this case, 1 million stream tokens in your wallet. Instant new millionaire, baby. I mean, that's pretty much that's the gist of how you can now own the streaming rights of your new favorite song. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy the process. I hope you understand this is a music revolution, okay? We're just at the tip of this thing, but this is a music revolution. This will change everything. This is the first time that an artist and their fan can share revenue. This is the first time that a fan can truly support their favorite artist. Because let's keep it 1,000. You might have a favorite artist, right, that you've been rocking with for 10, 15 years, but depending on how many albums they came out with, you may have given them $50, right, over the course of that decade of 15 years, because there's no real way to support an artist unless you go into their concerts, buying their merch, et cetera, right? So now this is the time for you to invest in your favorite artist. So that's it, man. It's basically, it's pretty straightforward. It probably don't sound straightforward, but once you get in the flow of things, it's really not that complicated. I think a lot of the terms that's used in Web3 are a bit intimidating, specifically the whole wallet talk, but it's really not as big of a deal as it seems. It's really important for you to know, because in a couple of years, everything is going to be on the blockchain. Like, the blockchain is the new internet. So the quicker that you know and adapt, the better for you. The more money you can make, the more access that you get, and the more your artists win. You know what I mean? With your support, you get to support your favorite artists. You get to break bread with them. You get to have custom experiences with them that you would not have otherwise been able to do in the traditional music industry. So that's it. Abyss signing off. Moodswingz Muzik, MoodswingzMuzik.com. Check it out. Lost in My Own Zone is coming January 20th. It'll be on abyss.newm.io, NEWM.io. Check us out. Follow us on the streams, on the social media platforms. You already know what it is. Peace. I'm out.
I'm in my own zone. Lost in my own zone. I'm trying to take it out the ozone. I can't be stuck up in my old zone. I'm in my own zone. Lost in my own zone. I'm trying to take it out the ozone. I can't be stuck up in my old zone.